Dr. Alterik, and his subject on Safe America. Dr. Alterik is going to be speaking on his opinion on job creation for America. Dr. Alterik.
Uh, it's extremely important that after all the high educations and teaching, everybody wants to have a job. Now it's becomes a rare item in America to find a good job is extremely difficult. And part of it is we can see the American greed. Most of the companies are moved out of the America because of the labor cost is high, and I think it is wrong. In the name of free trade, America people have been cheated. A shirt made in third world countries is much cheaper, and that's why whole wearing, I mean, shirts and all other clothing industries moved out of America. Most of the refrigerators and other appliances are made in China or Mexico, somewhere other country. So what happened to those companies? They shut down their door. Yes, CEO showing a lot of money, they're making it, but at the cost of the people being unemployed here. And a person who is unemployed is what he do? He has nothing to do. He gets his unemployment, and he cannot find any other job because whole industry is moved out. So he started drinking, and he has issues there. And instead of he was the taxpayer, now he is tax. I mean deduction recipients, and he gets Medicare, Medicaid instead of his own health benefit that he used to entitle. So overall, if we look, the job that we lost to Mexico or any other country is really hurting America very badly. And how we could have saved not to move that industry to foreign countries? Number one, government can subsidize that industry so that price that people or consumer is paying, then they can pay. So this person, even though we are subsidizing, our government is subsidizing quite a bit to keep the industry in America, but that helps the person to be working, and when he works, he pays taxes, he pays for his health benefit, and then he is not indulges in drinking or any other substance abuse issues. So he is a productive and healthy nation and a healthy person. So our government expense on that person is less. So if every person is become healthy, and then you will see it will cost our healthcare cost will be also less because he is a healthy person. And so, like many jobs that we have in this nation, like before, we have so many industries that we had in America, like dishwasher, KitchenAid, refrigerator. I hear that they are moved from America to some other country because the cost of labor is high and they cannot make money. So, in general, if we bring back those jobs to American, people will be not sitting around. People who sit around doing nothing, the rate of criminal acts goes high. Then people feel unsafe. Law enforcement or our prisons is filled with the people because they are breaking in the house because they have no money, and all the other things associated with the jobless goes high and high. So we have to rebuild our infrastructures like roads, highways, bridges, and drinking water system plant, then general industry for clothing and appraisal should be made in America, should be totally supported. Automobile industry has to be subsidized. Like if anybody buy American car, they should have more incentives, and the car should be also have a guarantee that like nowadays a standard like 100,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty, and if you buy American car, you will get extra discount. So in any form or shape, we have to encourage people to buy American products, American goods, and made in America. And that should be the slogan. And this will help to create more jobs. And people will bring back the industry here. Then most of the big industry, their head office is in outside America to avoid the taxing because rate of taxes are high. So instead of high, we are not getting anything. But we can redefine our tax code and bring all the industry head office to back in America and make it affordable so that we can enjoy the economic freedom. At the same time, the money will come back to America instead of flying away from America. So this is extremely important. And our slogan before, like a housing, like a government has given, encourage people to own their own house, and that's what they gave the loans. But we saw the crisis in 2004. There's a huge crisis of the banking and economic system. The reason is it was indiscriminate abuse of the system, and people was given loan which they cannot afford and they cannot repay, and we have to keep a balance on that. So our economic background need to be reassessed, and our banking system should be again reformed so that people can have a loan based on their affordability and not just to give the loan without any documentation and without their affordability, and they cannot repay those loans, and then banks get into bankruptcy and all other issues, which economists knows much better. In my little ideas that I had, I think we need to revamp the banking system. Now it's become too tough. Nobody gets the mortgage, and even though can afford because regulation is so tough, and once they burn their hand, now every little things they get scared to approve, knowing the repercussion. But I think we should, if we have a reasonable background check and all other areas are tied up, and they should be able to get some good loans. They should have a good job, and everything at this point cannot be done by a private sector. It has to come from the government first. And then private sector can take over. And the government need to help and work with all the big industrialists to bring back the jobs in America. And even though initially there will be loss, no big corporation will be making money. And if you look all the CEOs, everybody's salaries millions plus, and their package deals are huge. When they separate from one company to another, they gave a servant's package in multiple millions. And this comes from the people's money and the people's common share. And we need to look into that. Our corporate, yes, we are a capitalistic country, but it doesn't mean that whole bosses or CEOs or administrator, blue collar, will take the juice and nothing left for the common people and common shareholder, and they take the burden of bankruptcy again and again. So we need to, as a general people, look into these issues very carefully, and the government need to help every big corporation to bring back their headquarters back in America, rather than in islands and third world countries to escape the tax code. And that's the only way we can create more job in America.
Okay.